to go ahead and move this on, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Questions, members? Thank you. Good afternoon.
Hello, my name is Eric Enos. I'm a resident of Wineland Lifelong and co-founder and director of the Ka'ala Learning Center. We worked very hard on this watershed management plan. I think it's a good process. I think it's an incredible consultant that helped us in the process. It's very fair. This plan is very greatly needed. We've been involved in water rights, traditional water rights, and striking the balance between use and the land itself that needs water. So I urge you to pass this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Questions, members? Thank you. Good to see you. Thanks. Anyone else wishing to testify this matter? If not, we're in discussion. Are there any objections? Seeing no objections, with 7 members present, committee reports adopted Bill 9C1 is passed second reading. Councilmember Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move that Committee Report 83 be adopted and Bill 10 CD1 Exhibit A pass second reading.
Councilmember Djou.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Anderson.
Mr. Chairman, this adopts the Oahu Watershed Management Plan of the Board of Water Supply and amends a portion of the Oahu Water Management Plan.
Thank you. We have the registered speakers. Anyone wishing to testify this matter? Seeing none, we're in discussion. Are there any objections? Seeing no objections, committee reports adopted Bill 10 CD1 is passed second reading. Members, going back to page 10 of the morning calendar, resolution 10-49. We should have the proposed FD1 in front of you. Councilmember Garcia.
Mr. Chairman, I move that Committee Report 66 and the attached resolution 10-49 be adopted.
Councilmember Aquino.
Second motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Garcia.
Chairman, this resolution approves the conveyance of properties from Kapolei Property Development LLC to the City County of Honolulu.
Further motion, Councilmember Garcia.
Mr. Chairman, I further move that resolution 10-49 be amended to an FD1.
Councilmember Aquino.
Second motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilmember Garcia. Sorry. I'm running through the motions. For everyone's information, we have passed out a separate sheet showing the changes that were made, basically recognizing that the sale of and use of funds from this land cannot be used to, or the sale of this land cannot be used to basically plug a budget gap, and putting in a date by which it is expected this road construction to be completed. It's done both in the whereas sections as well as within the be resolved sections. Anyone wishing to testify in this matter? I see the maps popped up. Good afternoon.
For the record, Mark Oakley, WPFS. Yeah, I could have driven a couple late in the time to wait. The administration supports the resolution and the floor draft as offered.
Questions, members? Councilmember Djou.
Thank you. Mr. Director, Mr. Deputy Director, is this the administration FD1? This is something, the FD1 is proposed by the administration.
We worked with the offer of the floor draft in terms of addressing concerns. I think we approach each of the council members individually to provide if you had concerns. In this case, the offer had some concerns and shows up. It's addressed in the floor draft.
No, so this floor draft is administration floor draft.
It's the chair's floor draft with our working with it jointly.
Can you explain to me, I mean, the normal way we do construction, we have a developer construct the roadway and then they just dedicate it to the city, correct?
That's right.
And in this particular case, we're changing around that instead of the developer developing the parkway, the developer is going to gift us land, and in exchange for that, the city is going to develop that parkway. Is that correct?
Yes, if I could give the background then on this particular case, what happened was Kapolei Property Development approached the city administration and informed them that given the economic conditions, there would be delays in the completion of the Kapolei Parkway, which they had already initiated. In fact, I believe 60% of the roadway is already done, but given the economy, things are going to slow down. For the administration, the completion of the parkway is very important. So it's part of our commitment to the Kapolei, not as a second city, but as the city. So given the fact that it was important that we felt that the completion of the road was critical, property KPP came back to us with the proposal that if we would complete the roadway, we could get in exchange parcels, which amount to about 34 acres. And that's what the transaction involved.
When we do it the quote-unquote normal way, when a developer develops a particular roadway and the city accepts dedication, do you know any example where the city puts similar restrictions on dedication? In other words, I guess what my inquiry here is we're adding all these additional restrictions on what we can and cannot use the land for. And I mean, my preference would be we see that a future mayor, future city council have the ability to freely alienate such property.
I'm going to ask for help on that, Tommy.
Tom Miata, Department of Design and Construction Land Division. And a typical subdivision dedication, usually there's no additional land that's being given to the city. Usually it's just the roads, easements that are necessary to drain either the sewer or the water, and the infrastructure. That's it.
Yeah, no, so I'm actually, my inquiry is in a quote-unquote normal dedication process. The road itself to which the city accepts, we don't normally put on additional restrictions on that road. The city at some future date could change the road, put a park on the road, sell the road. Okay, why are we doing it differently here? I mean, I understand the concept here that the city wants and puts a priority on creating Kapolei Park, where that's a reasonable policy objective. I understand that the developer is going to exchange land for the city to pick up the price. That also is reasonable. Where I'm not following here is why we're putting all the restrictions on land when we don't normally put restrictions on city roadways.
Which restrictions are you?
Well, I mean here, I mean the FD1, I'll read it to you. This is the administration's language. Be it further, the city council give in place a policy that restricted land after conveyance shall be used, sold, or leased by the city only for purposes that provide benefit to the Kapolei region. And such restricted land shall not be sold or marketed for sale by the city for the sole purpose of revenue shortfall in the city's budget, and the revenue generated by the additional land if deposited in the transit fund shall be established under such section. Shall be used for operating maintenance costs of the city's planned mass transit project, and that such revenue should not be used for the sole purpose of revenue shortfall in budget account for said mass transit project.
Councilmember Djou, that's really part of the memorandum agreement we have with the Kapolei properties. And what it involves is that, first of all, the two types of parcels that we're getting, is attachment A, I believe, Exhibit A to the MOA is attached to the resolution. 13 of the 34 acres, the blue parcels here, we're receiving them free and clear of condition in terms of development. However, in terms of the proceeds that come from the use of the property, the condition is that they go to transit purposes. And that's what the condition that you see in that.
Well, how many other roads in the last 5 years has the city accepted with similar provisions?
Has the city
Accepted with similar provisions? With similar restrictions?
No, I know.
Easements?
I know not.
Land? What makes it, okay, then why is it so important for this one?
In this case, well, what's important, first of all, is the fact that there is a transit relationship here in these parcels. The transit line is going to go through them, and we actually have, in terms of transportation and transit, this parcel here, it's been called the Musubi parcel. This parcel here is currently scheduled as a transit.
Is it the administration's testimony, if we don't have this restriction there, you can't use that as a transit facility? So in other words, if you've just got the land free and clear, no restrictions at all whatsoever,
It's going to be,
you could not use it as a transit center?
We can use it as we wish, develop it as we wish. However, for the blue parcels, the 13 acres, the proceeds must go to for transit related purposes.